Aries. Welcome to your mid-June tune-up. We're just checking in, seeing what your energies are like. This is a general reading. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. My email is below. Just send me an email and we can go ahead and set that up. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, universe, can you please provide your truth, your wisdom, your clarity, and your insight for Aries? Middle of June 2020, what do you see? What do they need to know to reach their higher ground, become closer to the universe and closer to the divine? For their greater good, any messages you have for Aries in the middle of June 2020, we greatly appreciate it and we thank you. What do you see? What does Aries need to know? Hey, can you please show me Aries general energies for June, middle of June 2020? We have the Page of Swords in the upright. I will be leaving a link below for this month's extra, which will be intuition, about intuition based on the High Priestess. In that reading, there will be it will answer what your intuition is telling you, what mystery will be revealed to you in June, and how you can increase your intuitive powers. Alrighty. Challenge position, we have the Queen of Swords in the upright. My playlists are my library. Go check those out. In them, I have my 2020 Sun Moon predictions, what your ideal career is based on your midheaven sign. Advice, we have the Devil card in reversed. I also have what is your love compatibility with your partner's sun sign. And all those links will be in the description box below. You can just click on them and go, rather than sift through my playlists. As you move out of June into July, we have the 10 of Swords in the reversed. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, let's get to your reading. Okay, we start off with the Page of Swords in the upright. Okay, the Page of Swords is usually somebody who is watching from afar, studying somebody, trying to figure out the truth about them before proceeding, moving forward. This is something that can be done online. This could be done through an office window, you know, what have you. I'm trying not to like include the climate or the times right now, but it's just observation of somebody and seeing what's up with them. I don't know who this person is. I'm thinking that it might be you doing the observing. Trying to determine, I might wait on clarifiers for that, but I feel like it might be you doing this observing, or it might be somebody observing you. I'll probably know more when I pull clarifiers, but that's just general situation in the middle of June. So in the challenge position, we have the Queen of Swords here. I am just going back and forth on whether it's you or not. Okay. But somebody, it could be you, okay? You're just not being objective. You're not seeing the bigger picture in regards to something. You aren't using your head. You're using your emotions to determine something. And again, I'm wondering if it's you, okay? So, I mean, and the thing about the Queen of Swords is that it's kind of like, I always get from the Queen of Swords in the upright, like, you know, she's sitting on her throne and the jester's coming in and he's like juggling, going, Afro circus, you know what I mean? And she's just looking right over him like, who is this fool? I have things to do. She's looking over him at her agenda and things that she has to do, and this person's trying to get her attention. And I feel like since this is in the challenge position, somebody is doing this to you, or there's people doing this to you, but they're actually drawing you in with their foolish antics. Or they might be kind of saying something to you that kind of tugs on your heartstrings or gets you emotionally charged up, and then you let your emotions kind of, you know, do the talking for you. I kind of feel like, and that's what the challenge is. I've never been so inquisitive about this Page of Swords here. I mean, I'm jumping out of my seat to pull clarifiers now, but I want to wait. So the advice position, we had the Devil card in reverse, which is a card of Capricorn. And this is, you know, getting out of a situation that, you know, is just a crappy situation. Either it's dark, it hasn't been serving you, it's you know, someone who hasn't had an obsession about you, you had an obsession about them. It's an addiction. It's, you know, whatever you felt like you were powerless over, you're out, you're gone, okay? They're telling you to get out of it and be gone. And when it comes to the advice position, it's like they're saying to you, I know you think that you can't get out of this. I know you think that it would be entirely impossible, but if you just take that first step over the threshold and look back, you'll see it was nowhere as hard as you thought it was going to be, okay? So, I mean, they're telling you to get out of something, and they're telling you it's going to be easier than you're making it out to be. So don't make such a big deal about it. That could be your emotions here kind of getting twisted up in this. And as you move out of June into July, we have the Ten of Swords in reverse. So this is about, you know, getting out of something. Again, you're thinking the worst case about this, and this is what's causing you to stay in this situation. But you do end up leaving. So you get out of it. It wasn't as bad as you thought it was. And then on top of that, you're healing, you're recovering, and you're almost like, why didn't I do this sooner? So, I mean, obviously, it's a general reading that could relate to career, family, you know, romantic relationship, what have you. But that's kind of the gist of what your story is for the middle of June for some of you. Why is the Page of Swords in the upright for Aries for the middle of June? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages for the Page of Swords in the upright, middle of June. Is it you? Is it them? I can't tell. It might be. It's going to be an either or. There's just nothing definitive about this. I'll say this in general terms. I see somebody observing somebody else from a distance because something about them is not right. Something does not sit well with the other person. So they're just watching and trying to figure. There's something about the other person that bugs them. Okay, whether it's you or the other person. And they're having a hard time kind of like, it's almost like this person maybe has something to hide, because Sun card in the upright is about, hey, I don't have anything to hide from you. And the reverse is there's like a shadow. So there's like a dark spot that's not being addressed. So that's why the observation is kind of happening. And with the Hangman in the upright, it's just hanging out for a while to figure out how one is going to proceed, whether it's you or the other person. So it's like, let me just put this on hold for a little while, and you know, let me observe, let me put it on hold, and let me figure out what I'm willing and not willing to do about this and how I'm going to proceed. So there's this period because you're trying to get information, you're trying to enlighten yourself. I'm sorry, the person is trying to enlighten themselves, trying to get information about this other person and what they're going to kind of do. And then we have the Seven of Wands here in the upright. Which is somebody standing up for what they very strongly believe in, being an advocate. And this might be where the person kind of finds out what's up with the other person and either defends them or is standing up for what you believe in. I can't really tell. There's like an opposition here. It would be better if I could define if it were you or the other person, but I can't do that. I'm getting a really even split here. So if you want to put down in the comments who's what, that would be great. But with the Seven of Wands also, I'm getting that you're being pushed into deciding. Okay, I feel like the people that are opposing you are like, you know, you need to make a decision, or whoever the person is, you need to make a decision. It has to happen now. But now I'm leaning more that it's you. And you're just kind of like, hold off. I'm going to decide when I'm ready. Stop doing this. So you're really defiant about it. You're like, I will figure it out in my own time, but I have to, if I'm going to do this, I need to do this right in regards to this person. So you could be in a managerial boss position, or it could be a matter of leaving somebody and your family is giving you pressure and you're like, hold on, no, let me figure this out, because I feel a defiance in you. I do feel like it might be you. Okay, so that would make sense because here your emotions are kind of playing into it and you're having an inability to see things outside of your emotions, outside of the box, and make a wise decision based on that. So you might have an attachment to this person in some way. Why is this Queen of Swords here in the upright? Who's this person? What's this energy? You might be giving them too much the benefit of the doubt. Why is this Queen of Swords here in the upright for Aries in regards to? Okay, Fool card in the upright. Moon card, Wheel of Fortune. Okay, you've had a history with this person. I'm getting that the challenge is that it's been up, it's been down, it's been back, it's been forth, it's been on, it's been off. You never really know what to expect from the day to day. But the Moon card here kind of indicates to me that you're intuitively connected to this person. You know them like no other. So even though, you know, they might be maybe a crappy colleague or, you know, a crappy partner or a family member or whatever, this is you saying, yeah, but I know them. I know them at a different level. I understand them almost. And I feel like they have things kind of wrong with them, but you give them the benefit of the doubt because you have an understanding about that. And that's the card of Pisces that I mentioned that. And then we have the Fool card in the upright. And I think this is the challenge too, that you think that this person can start over, or the two of you can start over and have a totally new journey. But I still feel like your emotions are playing in on that. I don't really feel like that's a possibility. Okay, so the advice, they're telling you to get the hell out of Dodge and get away from this person, this entity, this colleague, this boss, this employer, this family member. Why is the Devil card here in reverse for Aries in regards to advice? Mid-June 2020. Yeah, you don't think you can do it. We have the Strength card in reverse. They're saying you might not feel like you can break away from whatever this is. You feel weak. I mentioned that was a card of Leo. I never know if I mentioned it or not. People like to hear that stuff. So they know that you're not going to be sure. You're going to be like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. Is this the right thing to do? I mean, you are kind of standing up here, but you're not standing up here for the person. You're standing up trying to fight people off while you decide. Over here, they're telling you to leave, and they go, and they're letting you know. They know it's going to be a difficult decision for you, and you aren't going to feel totally sure doing it. You feel like backing down. But they're telling you to stop talking to whoever this is or stop having contact. Cut off communication. Don't talk to them. Maybe that's going to help things. And remember, they're letting you know that it's not going to be as bad as you think it's going to be. And they're also letting you know, since this is an advice, the 10 of Wands in reverse, you're finally going to be released from this. And you'll feel very free. So you don't have to keep on, being the victim in this. It's time to tell them no thank you and kind of move on. And it really isn't going to be as bad as you think it'll be. As you are thinking it will be. Okay, why is this 10 of Swords here in reverse for Aries in regards to the middle of June? Who's this person? What's this energy? I mean, it could be just somebody you've been working for a really long time, or just working for in general, or a friend that you work for. I'm just trying to throw scenarios out there because people tend to go right for love in these readings. Why is this 10 of Swords here in reverse for Aries as they move forward out of the middle of June? Who is this person? What is this energy? Yeah, it's not that bad. And then once you kind of do it, then all your ideas kind of free up. You kind of were like, okay, you feel inspired again. You feel like your life can change. You feel positive. You might get positive news. You have an idea. You're ready to set out on something new, and you're very optimistic about it. Ace of Wands. I mean, Ace of Wands kind of follows sort of the same vibe as the Page of Wands. It's like, boom, I'm inspired to move forward and do something really exciting. And you want to, there's an urgency that goes with the Eight of Wands. Like, I want to do it now. I don't want to wait. So you have an idea and you want to do it now. This person, this entity has been holding you back. They've been a dead weight, for where you could be. And once you release them, you realize it's not that bad. It's going to be really kind of light. Let me pull one more because I don't like that card. Okay, you go back one more time to this person because you feel like there's unfinished business. There's stuff. It didn't end totally the way you wanted it to. I mean, it was easier than you thought, but some of you are actually like, well, it was easier than I thought. So let me go back and find out why. I thought it was going to be a little harder. I thought they were going to try to hold on to the situation or me, but they just kind of let go. So I do see you going back with the Six of Swords to kind of get those answers. And I don't feel like you really get them. Well, maybe you do, because we have the Five of Swords here in reverse. So you might actually get the answers you're seeking, and then you can move on. It's kind of like, listen, you know, it could be, and this isn't what I see, it's just an analogy, but you go back to the person, you have a talk, trying to resolve this, and they're kind of like, hey, you know what, it's just, it wasn't working out, you're right. You know, for whatever reason, whoever it was, we don't get along, and we shouldn't be getting along, and we shouldn't be in the same space or whatever. And then you kind of put your swords down, and you guys are no longer having this conflict. And then after that, then you can move on, in harmony, kind of like putting this to bed and to rest. Okay, so that's what I have for you. If it resonates, consider a personal reading. Just send me an email. My email is below. Otherwise, click on the link below for this month's extra based on the High Priestess. All about intuition. In there, it will answer what is your intuition telling you, what mystery will be revealed to you, and how can you increase your intuitive powers in June. Check out my playlist. They are my library. In there, I have my 2020 Sun Moon predictions. I also have what is your ideal career based on your midheaven sign. I have compatibility with your partner's sun sign. I'll leave those links in the description below so you can just click and go. Ask me a question on Instant Go. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Like, share, subscribe, and or donate. Otherwise, adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.